What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Terraria 1.3. My name is Splattercat. I died, by the way. I died way the hell off away from my base. I defeated the pirate invasion, finally. I tried to do it off camera because it took so goddamn long. I think they need to make it about the same. I don't know if it is the same length as the goblin invasion, but we still have this little prick right here to deal with. I'm not exactly sure how to get rid of him. I think we have to destroy all the cannons, and so I figured I would just cut on the recording right now. If I didn't have an extra bee saddle, this would not be working right now. And I don't mean to be punny right there, but this thing has been a giant pain in my ass. Like, for real. This pirate invasion is one of those things where I was like, wow, this kind of sucks. The game needs some kind of internal timer to stop this stuff from happening. Not before you're ready, but like when at least you have something going on. I was good with the pirates until this damn thing showed up. Luckily, it gets stuck on my base, and so I'm just going to exploit the shit out of that right now because it's the only way we're going to survive this. I bought a shotgun from Levi. Should have done that a long time ago. It's the shit. It's the best gun ever. At least it's better than everything else that I have. And so at the moment, all I really want to do is hover out of its range and just shoot it while it's stuck on my wall. I think we have some serious renovation concerns that we're going to have to get into after we're done with the Flying Dutchman. I think it goes away when you blow up the cannon. This 1B. He's working. He's trying real hard. I feel bad for him. Like, I really feel like he should, like, get the last shot or something like that, but I don't know. And fun fact, this is the third Flying Dutchman that I got during my entire encounter with the pirates. This is the third goddamn Flying Dutchman. This is the worst event that has ever happened to me. It is deeply upsetting. Oh yeah, and the destroyer spawned while I was fighting a Flying Dutchman. So, you know, it's been a hell of a day. It's been a hell of a day. It has not been pleasurable. So anyways, hard mode seems to not really be tuned that well. It just kind of like, the destroyer had something like 90,000 HP or something like that. I was like, oh my god, how can this just randomly spawn in the middle of the night? Like, that seems like a thing that should be summoned, or you should accidentally make it happen by hitting too many altars or something. But I don't know. It's been just the worst day ever for me. This is the hardest day I have ever had in Terraria. I want this Flying Dutchman to go away, though, so I can finally be done with pirates. I don't even know if any of them dropped a cutlass or what the hell I'm looking for, because I killed them all using my lava pit. I stood on this side of the lava pit and I just shot them as they tried to jump across and killed them for probably a good 45 minutes. The event took a while. Like, there was a lot of pirates. You gotta kill a lot of pirates. They don't have a whole lot of crewing problems, is what I'm thinking right here. Seems to be a world in which piratical endeavors are encouraged. I can't seem to get him right there. My bee is doing his thing, but I don't know. Let's just go ahead and I'll get a little bit wide for right now. Just kind of fire downwards at him until my stamina runs out. There we go. Another cannon gone. So to destroy the Flying Dutchman, you got to destroy the cannons. The first time he glitched out down into my lava pit, and the lava pit killed all his cannons. It was super awesome. It was like a freebie kill, but this one right here has been stuck on the side of my base for a while. He will unstick, by the way, if I go off to the right side of him, but you really, really, really don't want that. It's so much worse. It's so much worse. There's really nothing to show about the destroyer. I know some people are going to be like, so why didn't you have the camera on? I was like, well, it was in between episodes, and I was trying to kill off the remaining pirates so we could come back and do something interesting with our playthrough, because it's boring killing pirates for 45 minutes. But it wasn't actually that interesting. I was standing there, it was like the ground rumbles, and then this thing was like, wah! And like one-shotted me, and I was like, oh my god. And I was like, please make that mean that the pirates go away now. I feel like I've been punished enough. I was not prepared. I was definitely not prepared. It was a bad day to be me. I don't know, the last couple days, it's really been feeling like it's a bad idea to be me. Everything seems to be going wrong that can go wrong, and oh, blew him up. There it is. Oh, he dropped a cutlass. That's pretty cool. I think I probably want that, but I need to go get my lava charm so that I can go grab it. I also have to really, really hope that my gear didn't despawn, because I heard that... Oh, there it is right there. Never mind. This was the hilltop on which I stood when the destroyer came by and just went, wah! And that's the sound he made too. Wah! And just like annihilated me. I was like, oh, this is bullshit. I was so upset. You guys have no idea. That's the other thing, is I'm just glad the recording wasn't running, because the amount of profanity and just foul mouth that like happened when that occurred, oh my god. It was off the charts rage. I couldn't handle it. That was it. First, it was just one thing adds to another, and now I gotta redo my inventory and everything. Well, balls. That's my cobalt, isn't it? Okay, so as long as I got my cobalt, I got a sailor hat. I don't know if you guys are stoked about that, but I'm kind of stoked about it. Blink root I don't care about. This sucks. I'm gonna reorganize my inventory. I'll come back. I just wanted to show you the Flying Dutchman if you hadn't seen it just yet. That was my third Flying Dutchman. Not even shitting you. My third goddamn Flying Dutchman. This is my life, and I'm so upset. Why is there a mini shark in my inventory? That's weird. I don't think I picked up a mini shark. At least I don't remember picking up a mini shark. Huh. Weird. Alright, well, I'm at my pwn hammer right there. Get everything reorganized. I'll see you when I get back. I gotta put things in chests. Alright, we're at least moderately back, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my cutlass. If one good thing happened from here, at least it's that. There's only one Dutchman trophy. There was a couple of them down here. Oh, man. That's disappointing. At a certain point, I just gave up trying to get my stuff back, and I just jumped into the lava over and over and over again, and the pirates would jump in with you. It was more effective than fighting them. That's the embarrassing part, is that, like, if I was fighting them with just, like, basic weaponry, I could kill, like, maybe, like, 2 or 3 pirates. But if I just jump into the lava, I kill, like, 10, 15 of them each time I jump into the lava. I was like, well, damn, I should have done this sooner. Not with my gear on, but you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and get all this evened out. So, yeah, there's a pretty remarkable hole in my pirate fighting strategy right now. And that is, I'm going to put up this for a second just to get it out of my inventory. I don't really care where it goes. You can put it like anywhere. There we go. I killed the Flying Dutchman on accident, apparently. The Cutlass, 66 melee damage. That's pretty good. Weak knockback, though. I mean, I guess it's better than my Knight's Edge. It does 10 more damage, so that is like a real tangible increase. I don't know. I thought it would do better with the way people talk about it. People talk about the Cutlass like it's the greatest thing that's ever been created by mankind. It's okay. Seems alright. I guess it's like your first introductory weapon to hard mode, but wow, hard mode, for real. Hard mode is hard mode. No joke. Especially if you come in with like no friends and nobody else to help you too. That's like the worst part right there. Is that these things keep happening to me and I'm just like, how do I fix this? Someone tell me how I fix this. So now I really need to go down to the bottom layer. Oh, it attacks fast. That's pretty cool. Maybe that's why it's good. Do I have any buckets left or did I melt them all when I fell down into the lava? I must have melted all my buckets when I fell in the lava. I'm going to grab... I actually don't have that much iron left. Strangely enough. But we need to defend our house. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to try and get down to the lava layer today. Inside of the lava layer, we're going to try and grab as much lava as we can. We're going to fill this up partially. Maybe just up to that line right there. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side because I thought that gap was going to be okay, but it wasn't nearly wide enough. The unfortunate thing that we ran into right there is that pirates jump farther than you thought they would. They jump like professional NBA players, so it was bad. The Destroyer, what the hell is up with that thing just spawning randomly in the middle of the night too? Oh my god. Like, I'm not complaining right now. Don't get me wrong. This is not a complaint. This is just like an OMG. I was already fighting the Flying Dutchman and a bunch of pirates, and then the Destroyer just comes by and is like, womp. I'm pretty sure my neighbors think I'm abusing my dog or something now because I raged. I lost it. I lost the plot. It was unfortunate. Not a whole lot I could do about it. I wish I hadn't lost the plot, but I did. And I think anybody else would have under those circumstances too. It's like, well, what else could go wrong here today? What else could go wrong? So let's go down into the dungeon. That's a pretty good little schvert. That's a pretty good little schvert. Alright. I like how he has a weird foggy effect behind him. That's kind of cool. Sometimes I wonder because I think this was the first game that the game designer ever made. Like, and he was only like 18 when he started working on this. Something makes me wonder, like, did he just pick it up along the way, like, as he worked on stuff? Or did he, like, ask on a forum how to get all this stuff done? Because making this game seems like it would be really, really complicated as, like, a 1-2-man operation. It feels like it would be a pain in the ass. That's all that I'm saying. I'm going to sell off some of these candlesticks, too. They're worth 4 gold? Hell yeah. He's got gold dust? What is that good for? Probably for some kind of crafting. Huh, he's got a safe. That's pretty cool. I think I have a gold table, too. If you ever wanted such a thing. I don't really care. I just want the money, because I went through a stupid amount of money fighting with those pirates. Way more than I'd like to admit. I think I lost a bunch of money, too, when I died. I think it despawned or something. I thought I had more in my inventory. Either way, I think our goal for right now is we got to get back down into the dungeon. We got to get some more cobalt. Let me see how many bars I can make, because if I can make enough to maybe just, like... I don't know, upgrade like one thing, it would be better. I mean, that's all I really want. Where's my smelter at? It's right here. There we go. So, cobalt bars, they take 3. So, we're not going to be able to get that much out of it. And sitting here, though, we can make a cobalt sword. Ooh, a naginata. That's one of my favorite weapons in real life. A cobalt chainsaw. What? A cobalt drill can mine mithril and orichalcum. Cobalt hat, cobalt mask, cobalt helmet. So it looks like each of these are what they were talking about, where each one makes either our range better. Wow, I might take the mask, make my range better, because I like fighting with guns the best. A cobalt drill, though, I think is the one like vital thing in the walkthrough that they said I needed to get like right this second, because that'll allow me to get to orichalcum or something like that, and adamantite. And after that, we go through and we make like a new forge, and it just gets kind of cray-cray. So anyways, let's go over here. to get back down into the... How does this work, by the way? Oh, that's so badass. I like that so much. I want to drill some stuff, like, right now. We got to the point where we were seeing orichalcum or something down here, so I want to go look at it. And also, I want to take it and put it in my inventory and then rub it all over my body until it stinks of me and my musk. Isn't that what you do when you get a new object? That's what I do when I get a new object. That's why I don't let me, like, turn in games anymore at GameStop. They used to rip me off pretty frequently, but now they're like, no, you're that guy that rubs video games on his dick. We can't let you in here. Nope, never again. Not falling for it. That last one you handed over, it was stinky and it smelled like hamburger. And I was like, I know, I gave that one to you after I got back from a run. How you like them apples? How you like them? I'm just joking. I never did this. There's always that guy. There is always that guy in the audience. He'll be like, that was not a nice thing. How could you do that to somebody that's just hanging out making minimum wage? I'm like, it was a joke. I would never do that. GameStop was the job that I always wanted when I was like 17. I applied for a job there, and I got to like the 3rd interview, but I think they took somebody that was older than me because at that time I was like 16 or 17. It was also Funko Land back then. It wasn't called GameStop yet. Looks like there's something right there. I don't know what it is, but I see it. Doesn't look like much, though, so I don't think I want to waste my time going after it. You know shit's about to get real once we get down to the corruption. Okay. All right, the cutlass is pretty good. I concede. I concede that it is a useful item to have. Over here on the right, I don't see anything there. Well, it looks like I missed one right there or something, but it's just 1, so whatever. 1 will remain the loneliest number. 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever know. I haven't heard that song in so long that I don't even know how the melody goes. That's what went wrong right there. I'd be like, I haven't heard that song in like 500 decades. I'm pretty old. I'm actually a lich. It's one of those things. I don't really talk about it that much because... You know, Lich Hunters, Van Helsing, all that fun stuff. Not trying to get staked in the heart or anything. Is that how you kill a Lich? Rightfully, I don't even know. How do you kill a Lich? I've been here for like 500 years. No concept of how we get this done. What is that? A Soul of Night? How did that get there? I'm interested, but... Apparently, I looked those up, by the way, and they're just like a random crafting ingredient. It's kind of like Soul of Night is to crafting with higher level stuff as Obsidian is to crafting with normal level gear. It seems like you kind of just have to have it around. Like, it's just a thing that's nice to have when you go to craft something. We got something over here on this side. I'm going to wreck you with my pirate cutlass. I actually don't like cutlasses that much. Like, as a weapon, I just don't think they're that interesting. Oh, look, we got some more cobalt. Is this any faster? Will it allow me to, like, dig quicker? I hope it does, because it's a drill. So it seems like the sort of thing where it'd be like, you know the drill, drill faster. I'm actually pretty pleased. My mood recovered pretty quickly after that whole Flying Dutchman debacle. I just couldn't. Like, I was getting ready to... It was one of those, let's throw the controller in a creek. Throw the controller in a ravine and walk away moments. It's like... Like, you can't even make human noises anymore. You're so frustrated. You just, like, revert to vowel sounds. Wow, I put in a lot of random stuff in here, but I don't think I ever checked this for ore, so I don't see it. I need to figure out what happened to my magic lantern. I seriously have 0 ideas where my magic lantern... God, that shotgun rules. Get up out of here, granite block. I shoot you. I shoot you with my shotgun. I always thought it'd be funny if a game had a gun called the shit gun. And it fired, like... It was just a shotgun that fired turds. There's no extra punchline here. That's all that I was really interested in saying. I sat down for a while, and I wanted to make a game, because I know C++, and, like, I vaguely know C#, and I could, like, fiddle my way through it. I got to the point where I started playing around with, like, all the factorials and all the random memory allocations and stuff like that, so I think I could pick it back up again pretty easily. Programming, it all kind of, like, flows. Like, once you... It's not that difficult once you've got the basics down. After that, it's just learning what all the different functions and things do, and, like, figuring out clever ways to use said functions, which, honestly, that's the point at which it's nice to know a programmer, because if you know somebody that's, like, a career programmer with, like, a PhD, you can just hit them up on the phone and be like, hey, I'm trying to get this thing to work right here. You mind if I send you some code? And they'll be like, hell yeah, because code monkeys love looking at code. For real. Like, people get excited about code. I always thought people would be like, no, do the work yourself. But people get excited about looking at your code. They'll be like, yeah, I'll take a look at it. It's probably because they're copying and pasting it for later, but whatever. They can do whatever they're going to do. They can do what it do. Don't surprise me none. Where am I going right now? I'm, like, lost. I always get lost in this part of the dungeon. Yeah, get shotgunned. Get shotgunned. I don't know what I just got hit by, but I got hit by something, and it made me sad. I don't want to be hit by it ever again. God, I love this gun. And you get that many pellets for, like, 1 bullet. That's the really fun part, is that it doesn't cost you, like, 100 bullets to fire. I love the way those float, and that I don't have to hunt them down after they land. See, I needed to move through here quickly, and now I've given them time to spawn. That's the other thing, is when you're moving through these little corrupted areas, if you could hustle really fast, you can get through them really quickly. But if you take your time... It gives them time to spawn all around you in all directions. What is that, Demonite? I think that's Demonite. I don't think that's helpful. That is not going to make my adventure any more simple. Whew, cursed hammer getting laid out right now. The only thing is, if the enemy is small, sometimes it's hard to hit him with the shotgun. That's the only problem that I've run into. But the knockback is the first gun that I've had in a while that actually knocks back my enemies and allows me to get a little gap in between. Oh, there's a big old grip of cobalt right there. And it almost seems to one-shot just about everything down in here. I don't know. In the guide, they said not to go down into the caverns until you have, like, full cobalt or whatever. But I don't listen to these things. It doesn't feel like it's that much faster. And also, I feel like drilling cobalt with cobalt would cause my drill to become decayed and just, like, messed up. I don't know. When do we get, like, a diamond saw? Because my dad has a diamond saw. We had one. It got stolen one time, which was just like, oh, my God. My dad ended up getting it back, though, because somebody put it in the paper like an idiot. This was hella long ago. Had the police show up and called the cops and like, yeah, I'm pretty sure my diamond saw. There's only like 4 roofing companies here. And my dad put out an APB on it, too. My dad called, like, all of his roofing friends and everybody he knows that's a contractor. And he was like, yeah, if you see a diamond saw in the paper, can you please let me know? Because it's like a $2,000 saw. They're, like, really, really expensive. You use them for tile cutting and some other things. It's like a tool you have to have if you're going to be a roofer. And sure enough, it showed up in the paper like 4 months later. My old man had already had to buy another one because he couldn't go without it for that long. But he took the extra one and sold it, so I guess it's better than losing everything. You gotta look at the bright side there. But yeah, diamond saw got stolen. And I guess what the thief didn't think about is that, like, all of the general contractors and roofers in town know each other. And so the second it went in the paper, my dad said he got a phone call from a friend who lives up in Vallejo. He's like, yeah, your saw's in the paper right now. I figure you probably want to call the police and, you know, set up the meeting or whatever. Just show up there with the cops and then get your saw back. And that's exactly what he did. But yeah, diamond saws are crazy. It's heavy as hell, though. I hate wielding that thing. Like when you gotta sit and cut tile for a while. Like, no, I don't wanna. And your dad's like, stop being a bitch. I do this every day, all day. Tile saw. He shoots a bunch of smoke up, too. It's probably better that you have a mask on while you do that. Otherwise, you breathe a whole bunch of tile smoke and probably die. It's probably not good for your lungicles. I don't see anything in and around here. I'm just glad that I got my loot back. My God. It's just like, oh, man, I got turned into stone. Ain't that a beezy? No, we have to handle this. I can't let that stand. Nope. Have to snipe me a Gorgon. Yep, headshot. Boom. Headshot. I wish they still made those videos. The Meet the Sniper, Meet the Medic, and all those. Those were funny. I used to look forward to those. I really, it sounds like a dumb thing, but like when you're working a job that you hate and you're just like miserable all day, every day, it's the little things. And I used to wait for those. I really did. That's what I was trying to tell people. People are like, so you have a really, really cool job. What would your advice be to other people? And I'd be like, I don't know. Just hang in there, man. It'll get better someday. That's all that I could really say. Like, if you told me 10 years ago that right now I'd be playing video games for a living and, like, people would actually, like, want to talk to me and hang out with me on the internet and stuff, I'd be like, bullshit. I'm going to be working at, like, Fuddruckers or something in a couple of years. What is this? It's pinky. Oh, it's orichalcum, so the other stuff must be mithril. However, this feels like it is maybe on the periphery or, like, the edge of our drill. It seems to be having trouble getting it all, but hell, I'll take it. I'll take it right now. It almost looks like ruby ore. Yeah, I don't know. What I recommend is find a hobby. That's like the big thing, is if you find a hobby. For me, for a while, it was MMOs. I played MMOs like 10 hours a day outside of work. That's pretty much all I did, because I had a girlfriend that, like, moved away randomly. She just, like, bailed. Like, she just took off. Like, we lived together. And then, like, one day she was just, like, up and, like, I'm gonna go do something else, okay? Bye. And just, like, bailed. And I was like, okay. And she, like, moved to Los Angeles. Like, alright, we've been dating for, like, 4 years. You figure you'd run that by me at some point and just be like, hey, I'm taking off? Whatever. And so after that happened, I really didn't have anything else to do outside of just, like, chilling and sitting around all day. The hell is that? A tortured soul? Look like some kind of Phantom of the Opera weirdo. I don't know. Either... Oh, did I bring my... Did I bring my key? Yay, I did bring my key. I'm not an idiot for once. That makes me pretty happy. I am pleased. Oh, I'm about to lose all my iron ore if I die down in here. I hate it when this happens. But yeah, I don't know. She just, like, up and bounced one day, and I was like, okay. It's a tumultuous period in my life. It was not pleasing. It was not fun at all. And so after that, I started playing MMOs like 10 hours a day outside of work and school and stuff like that. And it became like an addiction where that's like all I did all day was like smoke cigarettes and play MMOs. Luckily, there's a lot of other people who have that problem too. But what I'm getting to right here is that MMOs were like my passion and sort of like my hobby for a while. And then I got into YouTube and you just don't have time for it anymore. Wish that I did, but I don't. It looks like I bricked that wall up right there. I must have been running from people. Must have been running. This little bastard over here is going to be all kinds of trouble, isn't he? I still have a bee hanging out with me. I didn't have any bee gear with me. But I still have a bee hanging out with me. Ugh. These little dudes. Alright, let me get my guns out real fast. Let my guns burst. Take them out. I think these guys have a chance to drop something pretty good. So you should always check imps after they die. I think they drop a... I forget what it is. They drop a thingy. It's like a fire elemental something, rather. And I don't know exactly what it does, but it does something. I should probably kill. Some people were recommending that I should... Somebody put the Eye of Cthulhu on their wall. They're like, I love you, Eye of Cthulhu. You're my best friend. You want to hang out with me forever and gaze lovingly at me? He's like, yes, please. Put in some torches. See what's going on right now. A Ruthless Dark Lance. Okay. We've got some dynamite. Don't really care about that. The obsidian potions I definitely care about, though. Those are hard to come by. The gold I want as well. I usually bring the chests along with me, but I don't know. Is there actually other ore down here? Like, can I find other ores in the molten zone? That's a good question, and one that I hadn't thought to investigate. Yeah, it's right there. I'm going to try and keep an eye out for it then, because that makes my life a little bit easier if I can just sort of like dig my way in here. Got those ass blocks in the way. Always got to watch out for stinky ass blocks. But I think it's about time for me to break off the episode anyways. I apologize that this really has sort of just been an experience, but I just keep hitting roadblocks with this thing, man. We just keep having problems. It is rough out here on hard mode. They were not kidding. I thought that they meant it was going to be like, it was going to scale to challenge you with the current gear. No, it spawned the destroyer on me on like the 3rd night. I got like 4 blood moons in a row, and pirates spawned on me within like 5 days of being in hard mode. I was just like, nope, we can't do this anymore. We cannot do this. I'm going to hit you with a cutlass. You better stop. Run him over with a car. How did you get a cutlass down here? I'm like, don't worry about it. It was an engineering marvel. It took a while, though. It was a pain in my ass. Trade secrets and all that. I'll see y'all later. How do everybody?